Good morning, students. I, N.K. Haldar from DAP Public School, CCL Giridi, welcome all the students of Standard 10 to my today's video teaching. Today, I am going to discuss the story His First Flight mentioned in your lesson, two stories about flying. The author Liam O. Flaherty, a writer of extraordinary storytelling ability and power of observation, was born in the year 1896 in Godnack Chapel in Ireland. He was born a writer, and his birthplace was a stormy, desolate region that influenced his writing both in style and in subject. In 1915, he left his university colleges to join the British Army. But after a few years, he returned to Ireland and worked as a seaman on ships in Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea. He was also a major voice in the Irish literary renaissance. After getting encouragement from his brother, who was also a great writer, he attempted many short stories and novels. He became a very popular literary figure with the publication of his novel The Informer in the year 1925 and the next novel Return of the Brute. Okay? His First Flight is an interesting story of a hesitant and timid sea girl learning about the art of flying. As a bird, seagull is a kind of seabird. He wanted to fly, but whenever he tried to flap his wing, tapped his feet on the rock, he was seized with fear. But hunger proved as a blessing in disguise. Being maddened by hunger, he overcame all his shortcomings. Okay? Let us summarize the story with main points. So, the passage begins with a very simple and informative way. In the beginning, it gives us the information that there was a seagull who was alone on his ledge. Seagull means that seabird. The other seabirds such as albatross, penguin, puffin, gulmar. No, so it is also a kind of seabird. And his two brothers and his sister had already flown away a day before. But he, that is seagull, somehow when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge, that means whenever he wanted to fly, he ran forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings to fly. He was seized with fear. Why? Because he saw the great expanse of the sea underneath. So he felt certain that his wings would never support him. And as a result, he always bent his head and came back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Okay, so for the first point, you may note down the young seagull. Seagull is a kind of seabird, such as Gulma, I have already talked about, who was afraid of flying, was alone on his ledge. Okay, ledge means a narrow horizontal cliff. Clear? And second point, you may note down, one day before his two brothers and sister had learned the art of flying. Next, when the seagull saw that his brothers and sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, they became successful, but seagull couldn't muster up the courage and took the plunge. His father and mother, it is quite natural, became angry and they started upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. So, for the third point, you may note down, his father and mother started taunting him regularly for his cowardice because he was unable to fly. Next day, no one came to him. Why? Because 24 hours ago, he saw that his parents were very happy. They were flying about with his brother and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them, training them how to skim the waves, how to dive for fish. So they were very happy, but seagull was unable to fly. That's why no one came the next day. And he also saw his elder brother to catch his first herring. Herring is a kind of fish and devour it. So he was really very worried that why he was unable to fly. So fourth point is he saw that his elder brother caught his first herring and devoured it. Now, in this passage, it is mentioned that the seagull became very worried. He asked his mother to bring him some food, ga, ga, ga. But his mother mocked at him. Gao ko la. She screamed back derisively. But after a moment, the seagull became very happy when he saw his mother picking up a piece of fish and flying across to him with it. The seagull thought that perhaps the food was for him. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, and tried to get nearer to his mother. But the piece of fish in his mother's beak was not within the reach of his beak. So, for the fifth point, you may write down, he cried for food but saw his mother holding a piece of fish in her beak, was flying around but not within the reach of his beak. And next, what happened? That seagull became very worried. Why he was unable to fly? And now he became hungry, maddened by hunger. At last, he took the courage and dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air, and he became happy that he was not afraid now because he was not falling headlong now. When the seagull was completely free from fear and hesitation, he forgot that he had not always been able to fly. He became very happy. He commended himself to dive and soar and carve, shrieking shrilly. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, so he decided to just come down on the surface level of the sea. And he saw that his parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green floor surface of the sea, and they praised him too much. So he dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. So for the 6th point, you can note down that at last, with a loud scream, he dived at the fish. And 7th point, he was seized with terror, but soon he overcame it. Okay? So we see that when the seagull wanted to come down on the surface level of the sea, his feet sank into the green sea, and when his belly touched on the surface level of the sea, he found that he sank no further. He was just floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and he also saw that now his mother were offering him scraps of dog fish, pieces of dog fish, that is his food. And so for the 8th point, I have written he was floating on the sea, and all his family members praised him and offered him scraps of dogfish. And in this way, he had made his first flight. Dear students, you may take the screenshot of this page. It is written in brief. I hope that it will help you to understand the story and answer the question accurately. Okay? The message what Liam O'Flaherty wants to communicate in this chapter is that success can't be taken for granted. One has to labor hard. One has to struggle for it. And for this, one has to make many efforts through trial and error, setting off his early hesitation, fear, and doubt. And then only one can succeed in any enterprise, in any moment, in any attempt in life. Secondly, the writer expresses that every parental act regarding their children is for their betterment. It is an ardent wish of every parent to teach all the skills to their children so that they can succeed in every step of their life. As we see in this chapter, that the parents of young seagull were indulged even in taunting, scolding, reprimanding, and even humiliating their young child seagull only with the purpose to clear his hesitation, fear, and doubt. And really, they were successful at the end in teaching the art of flying to all their children. Thank you.